I know that some of you have been waiting for this, so now I'm going to give it to you. Because it's time for the fourth installment of the Madden playoff series. And I do have a little bit of news, at least when it comes to streaming. Uh, my current what is it, video capture device for whenever I do streams on OBS. It's starting to run on its last legs, so it'll be a while before I can stream again on OBS. But for the moment, it's good to see Cruz and Darius and DKO. All right, let me just get. I'm just setting up right now. What I mean by that is okay, where is it? Where's Madden? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just setting up before we get officially starts. Thoughts on Drew Brees announcing his retirement? Well, I kind of expected it. I just didn't know when. Brees is not. What? How come you're not doing good? I don't know if it has anything to do with your injury or something that I'm not aware of, but I'm hoping that it's nothing too serious. But in any event, okay, here we go. You just got your That's I don't know what else to say about that one. Also, hello to J Taco. I've seen you around on DKO show and on PPF. I get that, Darius. I get it, but I am happy to tell you that it's on its way. It's on its way. Um, so as I'm doing this and NBA, I can finally get I can finally get working on the I can start getting the WrestleMania card ready, especially with the second to last show before it. And of course, not long after that, that's when we get to WrestleMania. So, just wanted to put that out there. But in the meantime, yeah, let's see. Oh, I see. Well, I'm just hoping that you remember all the things that you guys did. You know, I mean, you have the memories, but yeah, I know it's never gonna be the same. That much I do know. Okay, so now that we got all that squared away, the first person that's here is DKO. Let me make sure I. Okay. There we go. All right, so since DKO is here, I'm not sure if DKO has a party up, but if he is interested, he could pretty much commentate on his own game. But if not, we'll just get right into it. So, all right, so DKO is here. Other people involved include Walter Johnson, that of whom I don't have a way to contact. Also, hey Clinton, what's up, man? You're gonna get to see your best friend, or rather his brother, compete. And this also involves Kip Hayes and MBN John, the latter of whom I can contact. So, give you a moment. If you dare challenge me, I say bring it on. Well, you'll get to take on the Chicago Bears in the first round. But right now we have two play-in games. It's kind of like I would have said the first round, but there's only two of them. Also, hey PPF, what's up, man? Also, there's John. Let me get John. Hey, Kiyomi, it's nice to see you. It looks fun to play NFL. Yeah, it is fun. If you want me to sign you up for next season, I can do that too. Or for any of the other, other sports games. As well as baseball, although baseball will be on hiatus for a moment. My best friend is on YouTube trying to change that. Okay. Right now I'm just letting John know that he has a game. There we go. For NBA 2, alright, let me put your name down. Put Darius. Not a fan of baseball. Well, can't always, well, it is what it is. Okay, so there we go. We got Darius down. Okay. So now we got, alright, so we got our first game in the form of, where is it? The Falcons at the Eagles, with, of course, the Falcons having the 17th seed against the 16th seed, the Philadelphia Eagles. Well, NBA and basketball. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Okay. So I want to wish John the best of luck. And I want to wish the best of luck to DKO. If DKO's here. As well as Walter and Kip Hayes. Also, there's Nicole McQueen. But of course, she'll have a game later. But she'll have a game in round 1. This is the play-in round, so... With that said, let's get to it. So who do you think will win this one? Now, in addition to the fact that one of these teams will be playing themselves in the playoffs, the members of the losing team will then join the winning team. So if, say, Walter, Johnson, and DKO lose, they join the Eagles. On the flip side, if the Falcons win, then John and Kip Hayes will join the Falcons. So we'll find out who will win. So that's what's at stake. Same thing with the other game that we'll have in just a little bit. So, okay. All right, there we go. Partly cloudy is fine. And of course, we'll keep this at keep it at 5 minutes, I guess, if only so that it doesn't take too long. Because I know that these games can take a long time, so. Alright, with that said, let's get to it. Where is Raven? She needs to see the Battle of the Birdies. I don't know. If you want to invite her, you can. Now, I'm not sure if she's into American football, though.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. With that, let's get up to the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. We're standing by for the call. Are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA.
There you see John, number 76.
Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Atlanta Falcons.
Battle of the Birds here.
Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, and Charles kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams.
All right, so for Darius, if he's still here,
keep their passers upright.
You just have to let me know. You just have to let me know what team you want to play for, the position, and the number. If you need a little bit of help with some of those things, I can help you with that as best as I can. But in the meantime, it looks like Atlanta is going to receive the ball to start off the first quarter. To start off the game, rather.
Here's the kicker, Jake
Here we go.
Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
And that's going to go out.
Not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time.
No, it's not a best of three. This is just one and done. Anyway, there you see the Mr. Reaper DKO. There you see DKO, number 10, the new quarterback.
Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership.
And it's only for these play-in games. Everything else, everyone is stuck to where they are. So that's pretty much all there is to it. Basically, it's to give the team that wins this a better chance of going up against the higher seeds. Ooh, nearly intercepted, but incomplete.
Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Nearly intercepted by, well, I didn't see who it was.
The tone setter, the guy in the middle, Alex Mack. His return.
There you see number 11, Julio Jones, who is a stalwart when it comes to on the offensive end for Atlanta. But right now, it's second and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
I'm going back to you.
Second and 10.
They fake the handoff. DKO. Oh, nearly intercepted again by number 53.
Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Nigel Bradham almost got the interception there. There's Kip Hayes as the right end. Linebacker is John. So John, of course, is number 76. Also got to watch out for Sidney Jones IV because, I mean, he can read the ball, and if you mess up your throw, you might just get a pick six for your trouble.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 10. Got to make this if you're the Falcons, but they do not.
And he will lose yardage here.
They lose yardage. That's a tackle for loss by Bradham.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Great 3rd down stop by the Eagles.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt.
All right, punts it away. And, well, they covered it really well, but they get to the 28-yard line.
Punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Have a decent defense, but not the best. Well, yeah, I think you pretty much summed it up there. There you see Carson Wentz when he was still with the team at that time.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Working from the gun, Wentz.
And Wentz gets a couple of yards.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And here's the offensive guys for the Eagles. I mean, you have Lane Johnson and
about Jason Kelsey now, not Travis.
Jordan Howard.
Tight end. Jason lines up at center, a threat to go to the Pro Bowl each and every year.
Well, I mean, I would have to think so too, Joshua.
2nd and 5.
So really, it's going to come down to who can execute on either side, because these guys, these two teams are relatively even, at least when it comes to, you know, talent and where they are at this time.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Anyway, good job by Ishmael as far as, you know, as far as keeping it a very long conversion for 3rd and 8.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons.
So we'll see if Philadelphia can get this.
From the gun, it's
Wentz trying to find somebody. And he does.
And it's Arcega-Whiteside.
And Mr. Whiteside,
before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd.
So they get the first down, and that's the first conversion of a first down by any team. And you know, if it comes down to it, you know, I would have to think field position is going to be important, and also converting on scoring opportunities when you get them.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Shotgun.
Wentz trying to find somebody, and finds the open man, and he gets it to the 20-yard line.
This one down to the edge of the red zone. A really good pickup of 28
Good
yards.
catch there by Ertz.
Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful
So far. 2 receptions for 33 yards. That's pretty good by Ertz.
In the production meeting with them to talk about
also,
this.
hey,
You know,
JWE, what's up, man?
Come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few plays, and
yeah, they and as they should, but they also have to be careful not to get reckless either.
No, it's working really well.
You know, because recklessness can only lead to destruction. They hand it off.
First time with Miles Sanders.
And Sanders gets 6 yards for his first rush. 2nd and 4.
6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I'm not sure if DKO's watching this or if he's just playing according to character. Although
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Although Jarrett
making his presence felt.
Gets himself a sack, and that takes it back to third and 13. But wow,
they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Grady Jarrett with a huge sack for a loss of 8 yards.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz.
Goes for a pass, and he almost had it. He couldn't hold on to it. Oh my gosh.
That's a good job there creating the contact.
He almost had it, but he dropped the ball.
Fourth down. That should set up a field goal situation.
Look at that. He had it, but he couldn't hold it.
To be able to hold them to 3.
Oh, that has got to be the worst feeling in the world when you had a touchdown in your grasp and you let it slip away.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down.
Yes, so close indeed.
From an even 40 yards out.
Kicks it away.
And Elliott puts this one through.
All right, so they get the field goal,
and
but
the Eagles,
they could have had so much more.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles does yield points, maybe not the touchdown.
Hey, Clint Tom. I think he meant to say Clinton, but it's all right.
And they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Well, now Atlanta has a chance to either match or exceed that. on their next possession, so it's going to be up to Atlanta to make the adjustments that they'll need to make, especially after a lackluster performance on the offensive side so far.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
Kicks it, but they're just going to take the knee and go to the 25-yard line.
And it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll come out throwing here.
And a throw, nearly intercepted by number 34.
And incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I mean, DKO is having a hard time even getting one reception. And the one he did get, it resulted in a loss of yardage, so he's going to go for it again. Nope. Gets sacked again. Or actually, I think that's his first sack taken. But Fletcher Cox got the sack. Also, hey, Walter, you're just in time for your game.
Because they're moving exactly the way they
And of course, there you have your new quarterback, but unfortunately, Cox got to him and got the sack, or got sacked, I should say.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop.
All right, so 3rd and 19. Hey, Chaos, what's up, man? We're going to see Chaos, well, the player Chaos, after this game. So we still got one game left to go, and that would be Mr. Chaos Reaper 419 CRW.
Might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting
And oh man, another near reception, but DKO just cannot get himself a completion to save his life. And it's not anything against him, it's just so far they just cannot get anything going. Anyway, mishandled the punt and nearly got it blocked, so
and a fair catch
just inside
which will
5-yard line.
Okay, I'll call you Reaper or Chaos. So anyway, how's that going, Chaos?
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
The Falcons have great sacking potential in defense, but their offense is in need of improvement. Without question, they need improvement. Because right now, basically, if Atlanta's going to get back in this game, they're going to have to make things happen here. Yeah. Anyway, they hand it off, and they didn't really get a lot of yards on that one.
And this defensive line will
Here's the defense. There you see number 46, Walter Johnson.
This is a terrific
Falcons can't get anything going against their defense.
Well, and they don't permit big plays to
Yeah,
happen.
of course.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Wentz gonna throw.
Wentz looking for a target. He gets it.
And he'll be taken down.
And Mr. Whiteside gets himself another reception.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
And I believe the clock is going to run out, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. And then Walter's like, DKO, hey, we'll get the ball back. Actually, I'm sorry. That's not how Walter talks. Sorry.
3-0.
We'll get the ball back.
On EA Sports.
Well, we'll hope that they do for their sake, because right now they're down by 3 points. I know 3 points isn't much, but when the team that's in the lead that has the ball, that's been consistent, yeah, Atlanta's going to have to make some sort of adjustment if they want to get the ball back and give their offense a better chance. We'll see what happens here.
Let's go, you tighten up. Let's go, you tighten up.
On 1st and 10, here's
Wentz trying to find somebody, and that's going to be incomplete.
Out of bounds, says the line
2nd and 10.
The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline.
Yeah, they'll have to improve offensively at some point. I mean, they got DKO.
Now Wentz.
Ooh, nearly had it, but he couldn't. But he couldn't hold on to it, and it could have been intercepted. But it's still, but it's an incompletion at 3rd and 10 now.
That far wide, always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
They fake the handoff.
To throw is Wentz.
And that's also an incompletion. 4th and 10, and we'll find out what Philadelphia is going to do, whether they're going to kick a field goal or they'll have to punt it away.
Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
All right, well, they forced a 3 and out, so
down, it's Cameron Johnston.
I mean, they gave up 1 first down, but that's about it.
Deep for Atlanta.
All right, so they punted away,
and this one will not be returnable.
And well, it hooks out of bounds, so they'll mark it at the 26-yard line. So now we'll see if DKO has made any adjustments.
They've had it twice.
While on the sidelines.
Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So
you see number 10, DKO. I mean,
on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Okay, here we go. DKO gets a completion.
The completion good for
this time with positive yards for a 2nd and 7.
But it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Yeah, so DKO is the quarterback. So basically he's the first offensive guy that is joining your team.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Now DKO gets a 1st down, and that's a huge one because up until now, he has not had a 1st down, and now he did. Devontae Freeman with the catch.
Good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first.
And they handed off, but they didn't really get a lot.
In that direction.
In fact, that's a no gain.
You into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
So far, Philadelphia is doing pretty well with the run defense. There you see John, number 76, and Hayes. I believe he's number 56, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, he is.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
All right, well, that time they got 3 yards for now a 3rd and 7.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up.
Falcons need line help.
Defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Yep. Now DKO gets a completion. Oh, and they were not able to hold him back, and they get another 1st down, and they do.
It's a
Gage Jr.
The Falcons pick up the 1st.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, DKO gets another completion. Oh, but didn't quite get the first down. Well defended that time, but it's now 2nd and 1.
Nothing fancy on first down.
Good catch there by Blake.
Type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 2nd and 1.
DKO. He had a guy open, but it was but now it's 3rd down, and we'll see if Atlanta can get that 1 yard needed to keep going.
Staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well too.
The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
They hand it off. They get the 1 yard.
And
we're going to go to the 2-minute warning.
He's down at about the 30-yard line.
Walter Johnson, or Wadley, is a defensive end, number 46 on defense, a defensive end.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis.
All right, so DKO.
First half, one that's featured
nope, incomplete.
On either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yep, defensive end he is. 2nd and 10. We'll see what. We'll see if DKO can find something for the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, they're trying to stop him.
They'll drop the throw. Gets it off to Freeman.
They get a completion, but they only get about 5 yards on that one. Then they do.
I know most of the time
3rd and 5
in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Throw here.
They get the completion,
and he will have the first down,
and they do have in fact the first down, and they get it to Julio Jones.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first
So they get a fresh set of downs, and
nice catch right there,
and they advance.
When in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons.
EKO.
First and 10
that was not a good throw.
First down there, but it's
very
incomplete.
simple. That was not a good throw. 2nd and 10.
There's been a nice variety of play calling
Falcons need to get rushing. They might have to, but on the other hand, rush it when you have to.
I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But
they seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
They get a completion. Oh, almost got picked off a little bit.
Incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10,
Incredible.
but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks. But you
all right, so 3rd and 10. So now we'll see if they can get the fresh set of downs, or if they'll have to kick a field goal. Here we go. DKO. They get the completion, and they get to the 5-yard line, and they will call a timeout.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here.
So they got 50 seconds, and now it's 1st and goal.
Julio Jones, the lone receiver left. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Julio Jones, nope.
To the end zone,
that's
but
incomplete.
It's incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
All right.
2nd and 5.
DKO and another missed throw. What is going on with DKO?
But
now it's 3rd and goal.
Now it's 3rd and goal.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
This has been a long drive.
Last chance to possibly get a touchdown before they have to kick for a field goal. Here we go. Hey, Crimson Ninja, what is up? Is he going to throw it? He does, but it is short.
The first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36
and they'll have to call a
ticks to go
timeout.
in half number 1.
But anyway, great to see you, Mr. Crimson Ninja. We're going to get to see your brother Chaos in the next game, as he is a recent addition to the Carolina Panthers, and you're going to get to see them against the Cincinnati Bengals. But for now,
the left hash should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is
so they do get the field goal, so now it's a tie game with 33 seconds left in the first half.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You gotta
have to scout my competition here. Yeah, you could. In fact, whoever wins this game is going to face off against Crimson Ninja, who recently signed with the IRL champs and the runners-up from the last Madden playoff season, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And of course, the seeding is based on where they finished in terms of like whether they made the playoffs or not, and how far they got into the playoffs when they did. Whereas Carolina was just a late addition, so they get the lowest seed, just by that virtue alone. So I just wanted to at least make that clear. Anyway, so now Wentz is coming back in, and we'll see if he can drive down or if they're just going to take it in and
still time to make something happen
and just run out the clock.
Let's see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
All right, so they're going to run it. They do get the first down, and they'll call a timeout. Will Philadelphia.
As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go.
Washington football team. They never get. Well, actually, they did get in the playoffs. Joshua, they got in the playoffs simply by virtue of the division, because the division was so weak that because of that, Washington is the 8th seed in this season, and a catch. And a completion, and now they get to the 36-yard line. Now the question is Philadelphia going to call a timeout? They have one left. That might have just thrown off the Falcons, because they probably were not expecting them to take some shots down the field here.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play.
All right, so they're going to call timeout. Very well.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
All right, so there you see Johnson, Wally Johnson, number 46.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now.
So they're going to try to get a field goal.
From the left hash, this from 53 yards out.
And it's short, and they'll just run it out. And, well, forced out of bounds, but That's going to do it. It's going to be
So we've reached halftime.
It's going to be 3-3 at the end of one half.
3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to
They
Orlando.
can make it either by luck or by simple arithmetics.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very
So
much. And
really, what
welcome
happened
everyone
was
to an abbreviated version of the
anyway,
EA
I've been lazy and not making
Sports
videos. I don't know
Halftime
why.
Report. Not too much to show
You know, if you're not
scoring-wise in that
feeling
first
like
half.
making
Just a
videos,
couple
don't
field
do it. I
goals
mean,
make up
just
all the scoring. But
you
the
know, try to
teams
get
are
the
ready to go at half number 2. So to
you know,
bring
but
it
once
your
the
way,
creative
let's
juices
get right
come in,
back
then
out
yeah,
to
go
Brandon
for it. Anyway, to answer
Coach,
Joshua's
thank you, and we welcome
spiel,
everyone back for quarter number 3.
yeah, Washington, they won by virtue of the division, because the division was so weak that someone had to win, and when they were in the playoffs, they ended up losing to the eventual Super Bowl champions, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that's what happened. Oh, it's the silhouette glitch, but thankfully it's not a game-breaking glitch. Like, I've seen videos on Ryan Moody 21's video on his channel, on Ryan Moody 21's channel, and I've seen how broken Madden 21 is. So if that's the case, I might have to hold on to this version until they start giving a damn about their games. Anyway, so Philadelphia's going to start at the 31-yard line.
Eagles now, as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they
4
have
silhouettes so
dialed up
far.
that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Did I say silhouettes? I meant to say statues. But still.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
It ain't broken anymore. It works just fine for me. See, that's the thing. I don't know if it does work, so. But anyway. But yeah, once I find out that it's not, you know, broken anymore, it works fine just for me. You know.
People think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
All right, here we go. And a throw that is way off.
We've seen these defenses make enough.
I'm just saying silhouettes because of the Naruto opening.
Around, making plays on the ball, and
so
yet another errant throw as a result.
I didn't know you liked Naruto. It doesn't crash as much as it used to.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure.
Hopefully
here.
then for your sake, I'm hoping that is the case, though. And they do get the catch and a first down. And that's a huge one, as it was caught by Ernst.
So many things to watch for when you play defense. And
it's my favorite anime.
About that and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
All right, so 1st and 10 on the 45. They get the handoff. They faked one handoff, and they get the other one, but they ended up with a loss of a yard. So this Jones gets a tackle for loss. Next year won't be so easy as well. You can clearly see the NFL is just trying to deal with COVID-19. Yes. I mean, you know, that's why they had 7 teams per conference instead of the usual 6. You know, just because of that. And another completion. And Ernst with a big catch, though. So far, Philadelphia has completed more first downs thus far, and the Falcons have not been able to stop them.
Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football.
Well, I mean, they have. It's just they're not able to stop them in this drive here. We'll see if they've made any adjustments to stop them, or even get a strip of the ball, like fumble it or interception. Let's see what happens here.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
And Ertz, once again, is just putting the hurt on the Falcons here. I mean, he's definitely turned his game up quite a bit, has Ertz.
Different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
I just turned on the Discord light theme, and it's cursed.
5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun.
They hand it off.
Howard. About 3
they don't,
yards there to the 27.
They get about 3 yards on that one, so it's 2nd and 7 in this case.
Swallowed up because what they're hoping,
and then Walter's like, Atlanta, do something big here. Anyway, there you see Walter, number 46.
Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now
all right, here we go.
2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Again,
they hand it off, but they don't get very much.
1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first
so
down.
3rd and 5.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. Everyone got
3rd and 5. Wins. Gets a completion.
And it's Arcega-Whiteside. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard
Arcega-Whiteside.
line.
Okay, that's how you pronounce his name. Okay. So anyway, big completion by him because now they get within the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15. They hand it off.
It's
Sanders doesn't get really well. He actually got set back 1 yard. That's a tackle for loss. A second one for Jones.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11. They hand it off. They get a big hole, but not big enough. It's only good for 5 yards. 3rd and 6.
Yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now
Wins. Gets a completion, but he does not quite get the 1st down.
Short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a
4th and 1
after catch.
Question is, do they go for it?
Job there of limiting that and keeping
or do they just go for a field goal and play it safe? We'll see what happens.
Now to try the Eagle field
they're going to go for a field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. And a kick by
all right, so they get it. So Philadelphia takes the lead 6-3.
This battle of field goals, it's 6-3. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated
all right, well, now it's up to DKO to drive the other way down. Eagles are moving the ball.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
Kicks it out. They're going to take it out. and they get to about the 25-yard line. Eagles are doing so good so far, but I have to bet they might not get much. Falcons defense is just too good to plow through. Also, hey, Chris Clark, what's up, man?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
And, well, wow, they didn't really get very far.
Offensively in this game,
they only got 1 yard on that one.
In a position.
It is how my niece said Eagles when she was little. Oh, okay. The Eagles are moving the ball. I like it. Well, anyway, that's the end of the third quarter, so if the score stands as it is right now and it holds serve, the Eagles will win. And you will see DKO and Walter Johnson in a Philadelphia Eagles uniform, unless Atlanta can pull something out of their hat right now.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
All right, here we go.
2nd and 9 now.
DKO gets a completion.
6 yards is the pickup.
They get 3rd and 3, but more importantly, the clock stops.
Throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception.
Nicole, don't get scared listening to Theme.
And he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Oh, no. She was talking about the Discord light theme. And when I say light theme, I'm talking about how you can, go from dark. What? Intercepted! Intercepted! And Maddox gets it in for a pick 6. Oh, that's a huge play by the Eagles, because now that only just adds to their lead. And that was a bad throw.
The thing that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing
and
down,
while
it's a
DKO,
lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the
Avonte Maddox with a huge play. Well, it's not over, but it may look like it. Of course, the coach cannot be too happy with that. Kicks it. All right, so it's a 10-point game.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception.
And I have a feeling that Walter and DKO IRL are probably throwing every piece of furniture, or maybe they aren't. I don't know. But I probably would if I was, in their position. I mean, Walter, DKO, I don't blame you for not saying very much right now. Anyway, a catch. And they don't get very far, but they'll
start at the 32-yard line.
But they get to the 32-yard line to start out with. So
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
That's exactly what they'll have to. Well, they have the ball back right now, but they're going to have to score and score quick and get touchdowns while they're at it. Well, he needs to go Hulk and the Eagles. Well, it's up to DKO to. They're going to have to quickly score, because right now they don't have the luxury of going down the field piece by piece. Anyway,
looking for his running back, and he's got him. Call it a pickup of 7.
So they get 7 yards on that one, but the clock is still running.
This means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
I mean, if you're Philadelphia, obviously you want to stop them.
Devontae Freeman.
Freeman gets a couple more yards. Not a lot, but just enough to get another first down.
7 yards there and a first down. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
DKO gets a catch. Avoided a few tackles, but he couldn't escape. No more sweats for me today.
Another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, sweet.
Down, Freeman.
And
call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks.
Oh, third and inches. Oh, boy.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football.
Well, that was not pass interference, though.
It's not just played on the offensive
anyway,
side,
third and inches now.
Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down.
Yeah, only problem is you can't. Like, there are no two-way plays. Anyway, they do get the first down.
And he will have
Amari
first
Hooper.
down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a first down following a gain of 3. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
I'm still running down.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw.
DKO. Oh, DKO just got taken down by Fletcher Cox, who gets his second sack of the game.
Sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things. But
just
overall,
defense. I can't play twice. Oh, you mean you can't? Yeah, you can't play on both sides of the ball. I mean, but he is right about that, though. But unfortunately for DKO, I mean, he just got steamrolled.
He needs better protection, that's for sure.
I mean, of course, this was also a problem when, you know, Matt Ryan was the quarterback. So I really wouldn't feel too bad for, you know, so, you know, DKO has nothing to be ashamed of.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
All right, so that's going to be the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's
3rd and 12.
As we welcome you back. They face
this could be this is the biggest play for Atlanta.
They'll look to throw here.
Oh wait, a flag and another interception. All right, well he goes out of bounds, but we have a flag. What's the flag for? And it was holding against the offense, but Philadelphia is going to decline the penalty, and they will take over at the 26-yard line, and now they can pretty much just run the clock out now. So we're going to get to see DKO and Walter Johnson in Philadelphia Eagle uniforms this time around.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders.
And they try to go for a run, but
knew what was coming.
Atlanta will have to burn a timeout here.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
The way they hand it off again.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Throwing Gatorade jogs. Did Atlanta score first? Because no, actually Philadelphia scored first, then Atlanta scored a field goal to tie it up, and then Philadelphia scored another field goal. Then they got an interception for a pick 6, and that's pretty much where we got the score at this point.
Stopped at the 27-yard
so,
line,
yeah.
Short of the first down marker. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
All right. Well, I mean, not a problem, Walter. It's just that you'll be on loan for Philadelphia, provided they don't blow this lead. So not to worry about that. You'll be back with the Falcons for next playoff season, but for the time being, you and DKO will be on loan for Philadelphia for the time being. So this is not your last game, just so you know. I know, but like I said, you're just going to be on loan. But anyway, I know that you guys will be back for Atlanta next year. And we'll see how they do IRL. But in the meantime, they do get a completion there, but that's a no gain.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency.
DKO trying to find somebody, but he couldn't. And that's another sack for Fletcher Cox.
Fletcher Cox in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction.
So, yeah.
I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure.
And an incompletion.
Seems to be working pretty well.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We'll see what DKO can do.
Afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary
and I mean, Walter's doing the best that he can, of course, but we'll see what DKO can do. But right now, Jones, well, Julio Jones just not having a good game, only having just one catch this entire time. So, I mean, got to credit the Eagles, though. I mean, defensively, I mean, they've just stifled, the Falcons. Pretty much to the point where they just couldn't get anything going. So,
they're indeed gonna go for
so you got to give Philadelphia a lot of credit, and also getting that pick 6 too. To their credit. Anyway, DKO,
going for it to keep the drive alive.
And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And Malcolm Jenkins was able to get Hooper to drop the ball, figuratively and literally.
Take over possession. This one in hand. No time
but you got to give it up to Philadelphia. I mean, they did exactly what they needed to do. And they got the job done. So. All right, so they're just going to kneel it down, and that's going to do it. But I want to say this.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching
Walter Johnson, I remember 2 playoff seasons ago, Atlanta made it to the Super Bowl.
Low scoring, but my kind of football.
And I remember the excitement that Walter had, especially the run that they went on.
The defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself.
Wait, you think my voice is cute? Well, anyway, that's the end of the game, and
so fly Eagles fly. It's a victory.
So fly Eagles fly, and like I said, it's not the last of DKO and Johnson, at least for this season. So we'll see how they'll do on loan. And like I said, after the playoff season is done for the Eagles, if they should lose or actually manage to win the damn thing,
It certainly did, and you're exactly right.
then
Whether it
they
was an
shall go
adjustment,
back
whether
to
it's just
Atlanta
more focus on what they plan to
as
do going
promised.
in, whether
So
they
that's
just
that's
played
the
better,
that's the only thing I can
whatever
say.
it was, it all
But
came
congratulations
together
to
in
the
second
Eagles. They
half,
make it
and no points were allowed.
to
That's
the
a great way to
first
close them
round
out.
officially,
So
and
that'll
boy,
do it
what
for
a
my
game they're
partner,
going to have
Charles
to
Davis,
do.
and the best darn
They'll have to
crew in the
repeat this
industry. I'm
performance
Brandon Gaudin.
against
This has been a
the Tampa Bay
presentation
Buccaneers
of the NFL on
as,
EA Sports.
you know, last season they finished
Eagles
as the
are
runner-up,
winners here as we say so long
and
from Philadelphia.
Sally, who's Sally? I mean, I see Clinton, but anyway. Okay, let's take a look at the stats right now. DKO had, unfortunately, he had 2 interceptions. So, yeah, we'll see if Mr. DKO can clean that up. But if he can, he's probably going to be a great asset to his team. Now we go back. Now we go to defensive stats, because that's where many of the other players are at. Her throwing my phone. Hey, Wally. Okay. And yeah, Fletcher Cox. This guy right here was the X factor, because he had 3 sacks. He had a tackle for loss. Meanwhile, Avonte Maddox had 1 interception. Yeah, I mean, he had 3 tackles, of course, but he had that 1 interception that he took 41 yards back for a touchdown. So that's pretty much what happened. And then, who else did we have? Oh, yeah, and then finally MBN John, because apparently the other guys didn't get any stats, so... Okay, so MBN John, what did he have? He had 1 pass deflection. What else did he have? And 1 tackle, pretty much. Anyway, good to see Wrestling Mama here. I think this is the first time that we've seen her on this channel. And apparently she's giving kisses to Clinton. Alright, so... Yes, I did. I had fun. That was fun. Alright, so congratulations to the Eagles. But yeah, Walter Johnson and DKO will be back next week, so that much I can say. Okay, well now we get to our other game. We get to the other game, and it will feature the Cincinnati Bengals, the 15th seed, and they will be hosting the Carolina Panthers, which will feature Chaos. So that's what we have. Speaking of which, let me see if Remnant is available. Better luck next time for Atlanta, without question. Okay, there's no parties going on. All right, so I guess I'll have to let Remnant know. I'm a football fan, but I hate the Eagles. Well, oh, let's see what's Stanman saying. Oh. Saying hello to Tan Man. The Carolina Hello Kitties. Oh, so you don't like the Carolina Panthers, apparently. Okay, let me just let Mr. Remnant know that he is up next. Oh, I spelled Bengals wrong. There we go. No, I like the name. It's just a joke. Oh, I didn't know that. There we go. There we go. Alright, so I just wanted to let Mr. Remnant know that his game is up next. And it's time for Mr. Chaos to get in there. Okay. All right. So the Panthers are the road team. So. Oh, there they are. And finally, the Bengals. It is a battle of the kitties. Okay, cool. And of course, the winner will take on the Kansas City Chiefs, the IRL. Was it the IRL runners up in the Super Bowl? There we go. Panthers at the Bengals. Now, originally, Chaos Reaper was going to be a running back, but then I realized, oh wait, Christian McCaffrey is a 99 overall running back, so that would have probably taken away, something from Chaos Reaper. So what I decided to do was make him a quarterback for this. So we'll find out if Chaos is suited as a quarterback. And that's just so that he can actually play in the game and not be relegated to the bench. That would be the worst thing that could happen. So that's pretty much what we will do. And just like the last game, if Chaos Reaper's team wins, then they get Remnant Elementor to join their team. On the flip side, if they lose, then Chaos Reaper will join the Bengals. So, and of course, it'll just be on loan, just like the last one, though. Now, TJ, what do you do for their stats? I put them at 87 overall. That way, they're not stupidly overpowered. But on the other hand, they're not underpowered to the point where they don't even make a difference, but they do. So, all right. So let me take a look at the time. Okay, cool. And all right, 5 minutes. All right, perfect. Just want to make sure that the things are good. Let's get to it. All right, so good luck to Chaos Reaper, as the winner will take on the Kansas City Chiefs in the official first round matchup. Other matchups will include the Washington football team hosting the Chicago Bears, which will have Kyle Young as their quarterback. Then you have the Cleveland Browns, who of course did much better in the playoffs by actually getting to the divisional playoff round, as they will host the San Francisco 49ers, who didn't even make the playoffs.
This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We are moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Thank you very much, Coach. Anyway,
let's get up to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. For the call, we bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati.
All right, there you see Remnant number 3 for the Bengals. And there you see Mr. Reaper, number 35, the new quarterback, who is, who, believe it or not, is replacing the at the time the outgoing quarterback.
With Charles Davis, as always,
what's his face?
Cam
Charles,
Newton. You and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story.
After the coach.
Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada,
anyway,
yada. But getting ready for this one.
Let's see, who else is in this chat? Oh yeah, Nicole McQueen and the Seattle Seahawks will take on
when you think about getting ready for an NFL
a brand new team in Jinku Gekoga, who is the quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings.
2-minute drill, maybe different things like that.
Then, of course, Clinton, as well as Kelly, as well as Jake Bagwell, will be going up against the Dallas Cowboys.
Underway from Cincinnati.
And, of course, the defending Madden playoff champions, the Tennessee Titans, will take on the Oakland Raiders, of which I'm on that team. So that's pretty much what happens here. There you see Mr. Chaos Reaper himself. Chaos Reaper for 19.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for
look
this
at,
game,
I mean, look at that. I mean, look at that beautiful face of his. Nah, that's just kidding.
And I found it interesting.
But I'm not sure if that's actually what, Chaos Reaper looks like. If that's the wrong face, then we can definitely change it without question, though.
Improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
The Pussycats and the Bengals. I like, and of course Nicole is just being silly.
This guy is never satisfied.
And of course JWE saying hello to PPF. All right, here we go. Chaos gets the first down on his first completion as he gets it to Greg Olsen. No, Clinton is going against my team.
Able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels.
Surprised the game allows name rules to be ignored.
And in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Anyway, so PPF is saying hello to JWE, and everybody's saying hello to PPF. All right, here we go. And I didn't even see here we go. Chaos Reaper gets caught. That's the worst thing that can happen is you hold on to the ball too long as Akins gets a hold of Chaos and sacks him for a loss of 15. Oh yeah, number, yeah.
Big time sack.
Yeah, because I know that like any number past 20, usually doesn't become a quarterback. I realize that. Also, hey, Lucky, what's up?
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick second.
All right, here we go. We'll see if Chaos Reaper can make any adjustments right here. He gets a quick pass. They get a couple of yards, but not very far. They get about 6 yards, and now it's a 3rd and 9.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Nah, Clinton, I've been a Cowboys fan all my life. All right, here we go. And a throw. Ooh, nearly intercepted there. But now it's a 4th and 9, and Carolina will have to punt it away.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So on 4th down, kicking it away.
And then Clinton's like, I'm better than the Cowboys. Oh, boy. I think Wrestling Mama's going to come after you. Speaking of which, and if that's the case, then I would love to have Wrestling Mama on my show. But that's just me.
He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position
where did this go?
Overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal
Team
punt.
Ravens and Vikings sometimes. Hashtag.
Them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Bengals tend to not do well at all offensively. Yeah, that's definitely been a problem. Like, even with Joe Burrow, I mean, Joe, he can only do so much. I mean, he can't do everything by himself. Of course, this was before Joe Burrow came in, so just bear that in mind. And they get about 3 yards on that one, so they get 7 and 7, 2nd and 7, excuse me. Anyway, I'm a Cowboys fan IRL, but I picked a different team to help join the balanced to help balance the created rosters. Sorry, DJ, you walked right into that.
Artificial surface, you see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And Joe Mixon doesn't even get very far. I mean, he loses a yard because of that. Thanks to the late Luke Kuechly. Well, I mean, he didn't die, but he recently retired IRL. And also, hey, Insane One, what's up, man? You don't have a game today, but you will be taking on the New England Patriots, and you will be hosting them. So I just wanted to let you know for the official first round. These are just the play-in games right now. All right, here we go. 3rd and 8. Goes right into the end zone. They do get the completion, and they get enough blocking to get another first down. He's still on his feet, but he does not get very far.
A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Bernard with a 19-yard reception, and
especially on the opening drive, because Brandon, When guys come out of
man.
the locker room, especially those
The
pass
Panthers
rushers,
were
they
so
are
close to getting
amped up to get to
the ball back, but
that you can
unfortunately
use that
they gave up
against them,
a
and
first
screen pass
down.
is a great way of doing it. A lot
And
of
the
teams
Bengals-
against
and the
good
Bengals
pass
will
rushing
keep
teams,
going.
They want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Defensively, the Bengals don't sweat on their defensive prowess.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Also, hey, Tamman, what's up?
Well, they'll run it here on the
Of course, if you want to join me on commentary, you're more than welcome.
Knocked
What?
down.
Fumble!
It's picked up by
Fumble!
the Panthers.
They go the other way,
His
but
crew will take over with a football
But Jackson with the fumble
35-yard
recovery,
line.
and now Carolina has a chance to get their first points. But oh my goodness! And yes, this is AI, so I'm not playing this. But anyway, I take it y'all saw the Drew Brees retirement announcement. Yeah, I believe someone else brought it up, and. It was Remnant Elementor who had the ball, but he got the ball knocked out of his hands.
They were forced to punt last time. I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here.
If you're Remnant, I'd have to imagine you have to feel the shittiest thing. I'm about to record a podcast. Thought I would stop in real quick. Okay. Well, if the game's still going on, then yeah.
Go ahead and do it.
Both these teams have less than ideal defenses. Exactly. But it was Cincinnati who turned the ball over. They faked the handoff. But unfortunately, Vigil gets a sack. Nick Vigil. Gotta go.
As he gets in there to dump him.
Be back later if you can. All right, not a problem.
He got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to
Oh
adjust
man,
for that?
Vigil.
What you're hoping is that you figure out and you see,
Like I said, the Bengals don't do well at all offensively. That fumble is proof.
You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones.
Yeah, the Bengals really gave it up there, but Reaper just got destroyed on the. They didn't really block it. They didn't do a good job blocking, Chaos. So I mean, I cannot put the blame on Chaos though.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following
Second and 18.
Second and 18. Back to throw.
Chaos trying to find somebody.
He's gonna
launch it. And what a catch! What a throw! Oh no, wait, that was not. Oh, that was incomplete. I thought he actually got it. Oh man!
Unit like we are now, Greg Olsen has become such a reliable target in this league.
Loves to be considered the #1 option in the passing game.
Oh man, I honestly thought he had it, but he didn't.
Knows the defense is set for him. Knows how to beat them.
An incomplete pass.
I mean, it was a nice throw, but
that means they'll need to come up with something here on third
but that was not Chaos's fault. I mean, it's just the guy could not hold it. All right, here we go. Well, this time they get it. This time Olsen gets it. It's a first down at the 19. And Carolina now has a chance to get this.
What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows
Curtis
all the tricks,
Samuel's a good
doesn't he?
player,
Even
but that was a
little
great catch by
gentle
Olsen.
push-off in order to get
Without
open,
question.
He finds a way to pick up a first down.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
All right, bullet pass, but that was too easy. Too easy if you're a defensive player, as Jackson was able to get a tackle for loss. Yeah, they're gonna have to come up with better schemes than what they just did, because that's not gonna work more often than not. Because unless you have better blocking than that, that's just gonna end in loss of yards.
Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On the ready. 57. Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
And Reaper with a completion and forced out of bounds, but let's see what the flag is for. And that is defensive pass interference, and that's going to give them an automatic first down.
That one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move. And
So now Carolina is at the 14 with 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Yeah, Bengals definitely have their work cut out for them, because unless Carolina turns it over or fumbles it, they hand it off. And they hand it off to Christian McCaffrey, but they only get 2 yards on that, and I think the time's going to run out for the first quarter. That's the end of the first quarter.
We're scoreless after one. Panther football to start quarter number 2, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
All right, so the 12-yard line, 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Chaos Reaper.
Now a toss.
Pitches it. And they don't get very far, unfortunately. They get about 2 yards, but 3rd and 6.
It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
All right, here we go. Gets it off, but it's incomplete. 4th and 6, and they might have to settle for 3.
More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league.
Wow, that was a.
If you don't win on
I don't know what
down,
I don't know what to say about that throw.
Win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So on 4th down.
All right, so they're going to have to go for a field goal here.
And his kick is indeed good.
All right, so it is good. So it's 3-0 Carolina.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Carolina with the 3-0 lead. And now it's up to Cincinnati to either match or exceed it.
And off it goes.
Yeah, they could pull it out. They could. But we'll see what happens here.
And his guys are going
and they get to the 20-yard line.
The 20-yard line. Cincinnati
again, the Bengals need a lot of offensive help. They do have Remnant, but unfortunately, we'll see if he can redeem himself, especially now that he's had enough time to think about, I'm not sure if he just dropped it or if it was forced out of his hands. I want to assume that it was forced out of his hands. And by his hands, I mean Remnant Elementor's hands. So we'll see what Remnant and Andy Dalton, AJ Green, and the rest of the guys can do for Cincinnati. Here we go. Andy Dalton. He's going to launch it. Oh, but he couldn't hold on to the ball.
Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it
it was knocked away, so that was I really cannot fault Remnant for that one, but that was just a wow. Had he actually caught that, that would have been a big play.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off the play,
fakes the handoff.
This is Dalton. He's going to air it out deep. Well, this is taken.
And he caught it. And this could be, I believe,
10.
A touchdown, Cincinnati.
Cincinnati score. AJ Green.
AJ Green with the catch and the touchdown.
Taking the lead.
I mean, they initially stopped him, but they couldn't hold on to him, and Green just got away from him. That was just piss poor tackling.
And he's so good
So,
at playing the ball
yeah.
in the air and going over the top of people to make catches.
I mean, give A.J. Green a lot of credit for just staying on his feet, but yeah, that was piss poor tackling. I don't know what else to tell you about that one. I mean, that was a great play. What can I say? Well, it's not over, though. There's still the rest of this quarter and all of the next half to get back on the horse. But
this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Only 2 plays, 80 yards, 20 seconds.
The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score.
All right, well, there's Luke Kuechly and the rest of the defense for Carolina. If only the Bengals can replicate that in real life. Yeah, it would be something if they did.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
And they're going to take it all the way to the 26, so that's a good return.
To the 26-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about
all right,
the whole
so
thing.
chaos.
About the 3-point
kicker.
And the rest of the guys will have to find some a different strategy, though. Blown coverage by Panther D. Wow, this game is realistic. Yeah, but now let's see if you guys can come back. Anyway, they hand it off and they get a first down and a little bit more. So that was a good run there by Christian McCaffrey.
Good for a Panther first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
That was a great run there by McCaffrey.
Come on, set. 60 or.
Gets the quick strike, but they don't get very far.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
So it's a no gain, 2nd and 10.
Loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And gets by one guy, but he couldn't get by the other.
That catch good for 5.
They get about 5. Well, no, they get about 4 on that one. So 3rd and 6, and they'll have to make an adjustment to get the first down. And for Cincinnati, they have them right where they want them. They want to get that ball back. So
this will be 3rd and 6.
We'll see what happens here.
Back to throw here.
And they get the completion and a first down.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals.
Big reception
39.
there by Moore.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
The Bengals have quite a defense. The Panthers have one weakness in their offense. Too much pressure on the offensive ends can prove cumbersome. Yeah, it could.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
All right, so McCaffrey gets 4 yards for a 2nd and 6. Not bad. And we're going to get to the 2-minute warning, and we do.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill.
Chaos Reaper trying to find somebody. And he'll just simply throw it away.
But this one is incomplete.
But it's 3rd and 6.
That one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey.
Bengals have potential. Yeah, they do.
Second to 3rd down.
I mean, both these teams do. But it's going to come down to execution. That's really what it comes down to.
On that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics.
Oh, and they got him. They got him. Akins gets a half a sack for that one, but oh man, Cincinnati just gets the sacks when they, when it's beneficial for them.
Definitely, he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So coming on now is the field goal unit.
Oh, they're going to go for a field goal.
And he'll need all the leg he's got here.
Let's see if they get it.
Just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt.
It's got the distance, but not long enough.
Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run
made the Bengals
a long field goal. If you miss,
an all-Buckeye team in 17.
So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see
the Bengals are just taking it full advantage with the pressure game. I mean, and that's a good thing if you're the Bengals.
I have to think that with this field
for chaos, that's not good
because right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
The fact that the defenses are getting to him, that's and that's not Chaos's fault. I mean, he can only do so much. But anyway, we'll see if Carolina can stop him. Maybe even get a turnover.
Dalton now to pass.
Dalton.
And his pass
incomplete.
He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. But it'll be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right, so 2nd and 10.
Throwing again.
Dalton gets a completion to Remnant, but he doesn't get very far, and they'll call a timeout, the Bengals.
As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
All right, here we go. 7 to 3, and they get the completion.
And he is tackled inside the 40,
and Cincinnati will use another timeout.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This will be Dalton again.
Dalton with the completion, but they get about 5 yards, I think. No, 6 yards. 2nd and 4.
Give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
All right, now Andy Dalton gets another completion. I'll tell you one thing, Dalton is killing it, and they'll call a timeout as they are within a couple of yards, and they have 16 seconds left to go. So right now Carolina is in trouble, but if they can get a big play, they might just turn this game around. I don't know. I mean, Clinton could be right after all. They could, the Bengals could pull this one out. But we'll see.
And again, Andy Dalton.
Dalton. They get it. They get the touchdown.
A.J. Green.
A.J. Green with his second touchdown completion. Oh, man.
That'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had to feel
and man, I did not realize that Remnant had some dance
and
moves.
Right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point.
And hello, Blake Lewis.
Right through to make it a
Anyway, how's it going, Mr. Lewis? But anyway, I don't know how Chaos Reaper feels about this, other than the fact that his team is down. But right now, Cincinnati's showing us that perhaps maybe they're not as vulnerable as we thought they were. And and that's not to shit on Cincinnati and their teams, though. I'm doing pretty well, Mr. Blake Lewis. But yeah, and of course I can't really take anything away from Carolina either, given the fact that they were in the Super Bowl, for the best part of 5 years ago. I remember Super Bowl 50, and they had a really good team that year.
After the touchdown.
But they ended up losing to the outgoing Peyton Manning.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26.
All right, so 8 seconds left, and we'll see if Carolina can make a couple of plays down the field. I don't know. But they only got 8 seconds to do it. We'll see what Chaos can do.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime?
They run it, but will
it be clinical?
But they don't really get a lot.
Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, so they get about 3 yards, and they call a timeout with 4 seconds left.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll throw now on the final play.
Oh, he might just go and launch it.
Out for Olsen.
That's going to be an incompletion, but that could have been returned the other way. But that's the end of the first. That's the end of the first half. But we'll see if Carolina can make adjustments to not only stop the Bengals, but also get on the scoreboard themselves.
Welcome everybody to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Oh yeah, and there's the game-breaking play by A.J. Green, in which he broke two would-be tacklers and ended up going down the field for about, give or take, 76 yards on that one. Because it was a 2-play drive at that time, and it only lasted the best part of, I think, 20 seconds. Anyway, so the Bengals will start off with the ball, so obviously Carolina's going to have to try to take that ball back. But, yeah. I mean, I don't know how both Chaos, like the man himself, like IRL and Brother Crimson are feeling about this. But
taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23.
And the halftime show is the Hello Kitty theme song. I've never heard of the Hello Kitty theme song. I might have to listen to that.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing,
speaking
is working.
of which,
he's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
There we go. I wanted to do this.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next
So if I lose,
drive.
yes,
They built a
that's
good first
yep,
half lead.
that's
Now
pretty
they have a
much
chance to add
that's
on
pretty
to
much
it.
the deal,
What I'm
Mr.
thinking is that the
Chaos.
offensive
Chaos.
staff
So
spend the entire
anyway,
halftime
and
just
that was a bad
working
throw
with them on,
by
here's
Andy
what we
Dalton.
think they're
So,
going to do to attack
but
us
who
in the
knows?
second half.
Well, who knows?
Nice
It could be a
first half
blessing.
that
You
we've
never
had,
know.
guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
In the meantime,
Play action now.
they fake the
Dalton.
handoff. Andy Dalton. They get a completion, but they don't get very far. In fact,
Call it a 1-yard gain.
that was a
up to the
1-yard gain.
26.
3rd and 9.
Everyone's got to be
So
able
now
to catch the
Carolina has a
football.
chance to
Doesn't
get the
matter
ball
what
back,
position
but they
you
got to
play,
stop
but if you're
right
on
here.
offense, be aware, a ball may come your way.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard.
3rd and 9. Huge play for Carolina.
He's going to loft one deep left side.
And, oh, what a catch by A.J. Green. He just keeps killing them. He just keeps killing them. I mean, 4 receptions for 150 yards. Oh, man.
With a lot of room to spare.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I did do a test run between these two teams.
Just outside the 30.
And the Panthers did win that test run. But, of course, no 2 games are the same. And, well, they get a big sack, and they probably needed that one.
A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that.
And then Clinton's like,
gain
rip
last
Panthers.
play.
Oh.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Got to assume this defense will
All
be
right, so
charging
2nd and
again here.
15.
It's 2nd and
We'll see if they
15.
can take advantage of that sack that they got on Dalton.
And Dalton to throw.
Dalton with time to throw. Or not, as he gets sacked again. Back to back. This time by Bruce Irvin. Now it's 3rd and 24.
Third and long.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing
Yeah,
situations.
oh, yeah, he was coming all right, and he got him.
Defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
But like the old saying goes, it's never over until it is.
So the sack,
3rd and
now it's
24.
3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. On the draw,
Hands it off
here's
again.
Bernard.
But they don't get very far.
Call it a gain of
They get a couple of
5,
yards, but
4th
not very
down
far,
now.
and they only get about 5. So now it's 4th and 19, so
We can safely
Cincinnati
say
will have to
those
put
types
it
of plays
away.
are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Take a look here. Oh, yeah.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
All right, so they get the punt off.
And no return
And where's his
here.
head?
Where will
Oh.
they spot it?
Well, they
They
spot
say
it at
just
the
outside the
23, so that's where they're going to
20-yard
start. Well,
Here again
we'll see
comes
if
the captain of this
if
offense
Chaos,
leading his crew back out
like
there
Chaos
now.
has done a
And I
great
guess
job.
the question,
It's
Charles,
just
is
that
what's the
can
formula
they?
for
It's just
keeping
that
them
can the
better protected? 'Cause
offensive
as
line
we've seen,
protect
the
them?
protection,
That's
it
the big
struggled.
question.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
All right, so 2 minutes, 28 seconds in the third.
Throwing here on first down.
They get the completion.
Complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch.
So they get 7 yards on that, second and 3.
Scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this
they hand it off,
and make that play,
and they don't get very many yards on that one. They get to about 1 yard short, so now we'll see if they're going to run it or if they're going to do some play action here.
But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Third and 1, and they do get just about, or do they? They do. It's a first down.
Get 2 there, but on third and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll drop the throw.
And well, that was incompletion there.
Not sure what.
Not sure where he was.
It looked like the timing was a little off.
Not sure what happened there, but
I'm a defender. So what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
From the 34, they'll. All
right, second and 10.
Second and 10.
Let's go.
On play
fakes the
action,
handoff. He's going to go for it. And not quite. I mean, that would have been huge if they actually had gotten that one.
To DJ Moore, and it'll bring up third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll look to throw.
Chaos gets a completion, but he doesn't. But they don't get very far. In fact, they get about only 1 yard on that. Oh man!
Defense holds them to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game.
So far, the Bengals, you know, gotta give it to them. You gotta give it to them.
After catches, I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Anyway, also, welcome to the show, Rockhawk64.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Little reference to Deflategate. So they punt it away, and wait a minute. Well, wait a minute. They pinned him again. Wow. So Carolina just pinned Cincinnati at their 1. That might just turn it over. You know, we'll see what happens though.
If I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be
that was a great pin.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field, and they've got the lead here, getting late into the third quarter. And
the worst thing you can do if you're Cincinnati is give up a safety, or even worse, fumble it, and Carolina gets it and they score a touchdown on that. So if you're Cincinnati, you got to be careful.
That way, take some time off the clock and keep the ball away from their opponents.
It is only a piece of American football trivia, I know. And, well, he manages to get away for about 4 yards.
To the 5-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
If I was, yeah, and if you're the Bengals, you definitely want to run the clock down. And in fact, that's exactly what they will do.
Here before the quarter break.
You are on. Let me check really quick.
And as they
you're on the Patriots as a running back.
Another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll
And Clinton is saying
return with
hello
more
to
after this
Rockhawk.
break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Also, Rockhawk is doing has done a couple of streams of I believe it's Persona Royal or the original Persona 5 Royal Persona 5, because I know that's what he was doing on Twitch.
Dalton.
And they get a completion again. Once again, Dalton is just killing them.
15, they'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
I mean, got to give it up to Dalton. I mean, he's playing a great game. Okay, thank you for correcting me. Persona 5 Royal. So if you like that game, do check out Mr. Rockhawk 64.
Quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So check out Rock, and he's gonna roll. Anyway, a 9-yard catch there by Boyd.
So still
That's his first catch, and it's a huge one.
Not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Dalton off play action.
Play action, but wow, they get about 2 yards. Actually, no, they lost 2 yards. Sorry.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing
and worse yet for Cincinnati, in their case, you ran out of bounds, so that stops the clock.
Like a sack for the defense
anyway,
there.
it's been more than a couple. I'm nearly 10 sessions in, and still have lots of game to go. So yeah, the Persona games are notoriously long,
Now 2nd and 13.
without question. So
Andy Dalton.
Dalton.
He's
Well,
gonna hit his man out of
he
the
gets a
backfield,
completion,
complete.
but it's nowhere
And he'll
close
get it up a little shy
to
of the
a first
15. They'll spot him
to a
down at
first
the
down. So now
14-yard
3rd and
line.
10. If you're Carolina, you got to get this stop somehow, some way. Force a turnover if you must, if you can, but you got to get this stop.
Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Another chance for Dalton. He gets
Dalton,
this one to
they get the
Boyd.
completion, but short
And
of the
he
first
will not
down.
get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22.
So now
It'll be a
Carolina's
gain of
able
8,
to
but
stop
it'll
them.
also
Now
lead
they
to
just
a
have to
4th
be able
down.
to
Whether you're playing West Coast
get,
offense or not,
offensive production.
one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati.
All right, so they punt it away.
Fielded at about the 28.
And they get about, they get to the 39, so that's a good start.
And the Panthers will
And
take over now, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the throw left side
And,
right here is caught.
well,
but
that was out of
incomplete.
bounds. That was,
Couldn't keep his feet in.
couldn't keep
Second
his feet
down.
in, so
I'm not even sure I know
Not much
who
I
this
can say
guy
about
is
that
out
one.
there playing right now. This is very unlike him. One of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well. And if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
The throw over the middle.
someone's
taken
calling me.
in.
Hang on a second.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now back to throw. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And
All right, so they get
he's got
the first down
yardage
off of a
before
3rd and
being taken
inches.
down at midfield.
Sorry about that. I had to
Officially a gain of just
make
a
sure
yard
that no
there,
one
but
important
they
was
do
trying to call
convert
me.
on 3rd and
But
inches.
thankfully it wasn't. It was
That
just
was a
someone
route
I
run,
did
not
not
just
know.
with dexterity, but with
But, all right.
intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Chaos with a
Slant,
completion.
caught by Moore. And the result here,
They get
a
about
pickup of
8 yards on
leaves
that
them
one,
with
so
2
it's
to
2nd
go
and
on
2.
2nd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on
All right, let's see if they run a play before the 2-minute warning.
Defense.
Also, hey,
Facing a
Greg, what's up,
2nd
man?
and 2 after that last catch, good for 8
All right, so they
yards.
do get it
Now
off.
a draw play to McCaffrey.
But
And nowhere to run on
they
the
don't even get
interior
very
of that
far,
defensive
and it's a
line.
2-minute
He'll
warning.
get back only to the line of
So, anyway,
scrimmage.
great to see Mr. Mythic Legends Wrestling. I'm still anticipating the next episode, but I know that real life comes before, pleasure,
So it's Panther
so to speak.
football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they
And some
say,
more,
fire
and some
away
more
from long
recruiting
distance.
apparently.
This will be spotted just shy of midfield.
And they, and it's not even close. That was not. That was. I don't know what else to say about that one, but
right where it is. Getting ready to go again. Here's Andy Dalton marching back onto the field. And the stats.
I mean, of course, Carolina.
This defense,
even in the season before Cam Newton left, in the season prior to Cam Newton leaving,
locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their
I mean, Carolina
back.
was on the
Now they're
decline
causing
at that
all sorts of
time,
trouble.
so.
Not running.
We'll see what
wants to throw.
we'll see it, like, unless Cincinnati blows a lead,
They sack him back
and of course a sack doesn't help them.
Now the Panthers
But anyway,
use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over.
we'll see how how Chaos does, on the Bengals is what I'm trying to get at. And as for LD or Lady,
a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Dalton with a give here to Mixon.
And Mixon with a good run, but they don't get very
Panthers
many.
gonna use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down.
I mean, Cincinnati has held Carolina to just a field goal, so you got to give Cincinnati some credit. And they'll need to play like this, especially when you go up against the Kansas City Chiefs. And, that team's going to be loaded. I mean, they have the players that were on that team at that time, including Patrick Mahomes and the fact that they also have guys like
as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
I forgot who's on their team. But, I mean, they got some new recruits, so that team's going to be tough. I'm going to say that. So Cincinnati's going to punt away.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Well, anyway, so yeah, a lot of recruiting for Greg's creation, LD, Hill, Casey, and the others. Yeah, Tyreek Hill, I forgot about him, but yeah, and Kelsey too. Those are the guys that that are already on that team. Yeah, well, they would have Brady, but this was before he joined. Instead, that's Logan Hinton who's the quarterback for the Bucs.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Anyway, Chaos with a completion. I don't know if that's enough forward progress.
30 before he's hit and dropped.
It
Give him
was.
10
So that's
there,
a first
good
down.
enough for a Panther first down.
I mean, at this
Never
point,
make the
now
mistake
all
with
that's
the
left
slot
for
receivers,
Chaos to
especially
do
the
is
little
just,
guys like we're watching
you know,
here,
play
are
for
just
pride.
quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness
That's pretty
and
much what's
speed,
left
and they catch
at this
a lot of
point.
footballs, as we just saw there.
Also,
Counting down toward a minute
I
to
will
go
let you
in
guys
this
know
football
as
game.
far as WrestleMania is concerned, or the show before it,
First play of
and they dropped the
drive there
ball.
is incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
Trade
You want
Reaper
him
to
to make a
Tampa
play,
Bay.
But if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. 2nd and 10.
And wow, nice catch. And
That goes for a gain of 31.
oh, they didn't. That didn't stop the clock. Well, not that it matters all that much. If I were to go to a team, it would be the Falcons. Ooh, oh boy. All right, so let me put your name down.
Continues to move. Looking to throw.
All right, so they get a throw. Oh, but he stepped out of bounds.
It's a loss of 4 there,
Anyway,
bringing up
so
2nd down.
and also, Greg, if I must ask, do you wish to play as Lady Devil or as yourself? You know, and by yourself I mean the man behind, you know, Mythic Legends Wrestling, the man behind, you know, SA, LD, and all of the creatures that live in Mount Olympus.
They say it's incomplete.
You know, so what would be your name is what I'm trying to ask. That way I can put down the information and, you know, things like that.
As we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame,
all right, so 24 seconds left.
Breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game.
But I haven't made, you
Well,
know,
this is gonna
LD
depend on
yet,
the
so
spot, but it's not a very generous
okay,
run.
it's
He looks to
yourself.
be about
Okay,
a
so
yard or so
that would be
short.
Greg Harris. Okay, so Atlanta Falcons. Also, position and number. The only position that's already that's taken is quarterback, so you'll have to pick something else, though.
In the win column now for
Anyway.
the Cincinnati Bengals, and it was a bit of a strange
About trading
game. They were
Tampa.
held
Well,
scoreless through the
I
entire
can't
second
relocate
half, but their first
franchises,
half output,
though.
That's enough to
Even if
carry
I
them
wanted
to
to, I
victory.
couldn't do
And that's
it.
an odd
So
game to
I
watch,
actually
isn't
can't
it?
like
Because when we saw the
relocate
output in
it.
the
But
first half,
one thing is for sure,
you think to yourself,
Chaos
okay,
Reaper is
they've
going to be
got
going to the
something working
Bengals
here. They know what they're doing.
for
They'll
this
continue
one.
that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of
I
a
need
cushion
one.
and enough
I need one that
defense to
focuses
carry
on
them home.
speed. So now with speed, I would think that would be good for like a wide receiver or a running back. Although I think wide receiver would probably be good. Unless you want to play defense, then if you want to play defense, on the other hand, you would either be a free safety or a strong safety, something like that. So it just depends on like whether you want to be a defensive player or an offensive player. Okay, then wide receiver it will be then. I'm gonna put that down.
EASports.com.
All right.
It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.
All right. So now, of course, like I said, since the Falcons just got eliminated, and since we just got started, we'll have to wait until next season. But in the meantime, let's take a look at the stats for today's game. Chaos Reaper had a good rating. I mean, he had 16 for 27 for 143 yards. He didn't have any interceptions, but he didn't have any touchdowns. And the longest pass that he got was 31 yards. So Chaos did good, but Andy Dalton just had the game. He just had it. Anyway, for receiving, let's go to Remnant Elementor. He had only 2 receptions for 9 yards. And what else? He had 1 drop. And unfortunately, it doesn't say, but Remnant did have a fumble when he had the ball one time and he dropped it. or it was knocked out of his hands, actually. Anyway, TJ, LD could be on loan for this season to join. Well, that's if. Well, like I said, that would be if that would be for next season. But we'll get to that point when we get to it. But for now, that's so. So the Eagles have advanced, as do the Bengals. So now we have our first round set. Okay, so let me do this really quick. Now, of course, Atlanta doesn't have a wide receiver. I mean, other than Julio Jones, but that should go without saying. All right, so, and you know what? Since Greg is here, I may as well make him and put him on the Falcons, since now the Falcons have been eliminated. So I can do that. Otherwise, I would have waited until after. But that is if you have time for that, Mr. Greg. So, of course, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which will include Logan Hinton as the quarterback, Cole Wesson as a defensive tackle, and Crimson Ninja, who just joined the team as a wide receiver. And they will now take on the Philadelphia Eagles, which have brought in 2 other players, which I'll mention when we get to it. But anyway, so, I am on the Raiders. The Oakland/Las Vegas Raiders. So, and of course the Raiders had an 8-8 record, which was not good enough to get into the playoffs, but definitely good enough not to be in those play-in games without question. So if that was the case, I would have been in trouble. Anyway, so with that said, so yeah, Greg, would you like to be made? And also, what is my position? I am a linebacker. Of course. I mean, if PPF is interested, then I will be more than happy to put him on the list. Well, put PPF or the man behind PPF on the list if that's what you would like, Mr. PPF. But it's pretty cool though that you say you move real quick, Mr. Greg. So yeah, I can wait a bit. Okay, not a problem. I can. All right, let me discard changes so that way it doesn't screw up the algorithm there. Okay. But yeah, I'm a running back. Actually, I can show this. Let me show this off. Let me go to rosters, and I'll showcase this just a little bit. So, okay, Raiders, and I think I'm a middle. No, I'm not. Oh, right outside linebacker. That's where I am. Okay. So, as you can see, there you see me. Of course, I have a beard and everything, but although that kind of is true that I grew out a beard a little bit, but yeah, there's me. Okay, let's showcase your character then. You know, we do have time for this, so let's do this. Oh yeah, Buccaneers. I forgot to go over there. Buccaneers. Okay. So let me go to wide receiver because that's what you are. Okay, there we go. And then, of course, there is, well, his real name is James Cleghorn, but I'm still going to call you Crimson Ninja just out of respect. Anyway, there you see Mr. Cleghorn. If I was to join, I would be a tight end. Okay, let me do that then. Okay, so I'm going to name you PPF Gamer. And also, what team? And you said tight end. All right, tight end. Tight end's fine. And also a number 2. And by number, I mean like the number that you wear on the back of the jersey and on the front too. Okay. Question: can you relocate? I don't think so. Or actually, you can do it in franchise mode, but you can't do it outside of it. Like, I'm pretty sure I could do that for like maybe what is it, NBA? Oh, Maxim. Maxim. Okay, Maxim. All right. Maxim's fine. PPF will just be a nickname. There we go. Maxim. I will. All right. I always create the WFL. Oh, so he makes his own. The Lions. Yeah, definitely the tight ends would be available for the Lions. In fact, I think you're only the second person that's ever played for the Detroit Lions. So we'll see if PPF can. You know what? Since the Lions are not even in this, since the Lions are not even, in the. Yeah, since the Lions are not even in the playoffs at all, so you know what? We could do PPF or Maxim's character. So if you want to, that is. If not, we could save it for another time, or I could do it off camera. It's fine either way. Let me see who's going on at this time. I'm just checking to see if anyone else is streaming that I should be aware of. Okay, no one's streaming. Okay, let's see this. Alright, let me change it to the Lions. There we go. Yeah, because if you wanted to join a team that's still in the playoffs, then I would have been like, oh, let's just hold off until then. But anyway. Yesterday, what is this? You were watching Ring of Honor matches. I was there from start to finish. That's a lot of matches to watch, man. Seriously. Oh, okay. So you want to be all right? Well, first let's do your name first. Let's see. I think it. All right. So let me just. I'll definitely. All right. Let me do that really quick then. 6'6", 250. But we were gonna do the info, like your name and stuff like that. All right, there we go. Let me go back. And then tight end. Let me see if that affects your appearance. Okay, it does. Okay, 6'5". All right, then you lose 50 pounds or 10 pounds. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Okay, let me just all right, let me put down the name so I remember it. On my what is it, on my Excel sheet. Now I do have plans. Well, now that my OBS, or not my OBS, but my my video capture is running on its last legs, I might have to hold off on my OBS until I can get a new one. Like the Gladiator, Aurelius. Okay. All right. So next is very simple, the number, and whether you're right-handed, college, and then birth year, and I know you're from Texas. That much I do know. The only thing I know, yeah. So the only thing I know is that you're from Texas. I know that. But everything else, there we go. All right. Okay. Oh, okay. Born in Corpus Christi. Okay. All right. I take it the birth year, day, and month. Oh, okay. There we go. Corpus Christi. I've heard some good things about Corpus Christi, and that was like close to where I believe Selena, not Selena Gomez, but rather the original Selena was born in Corpus Christi. I remember the Selena movie, and that was just January 23rd. Okay, cool. Top 10 beaches in the world? Let's see. Oh, yeah, Texas Tech. Thankfully, I could go the other way. It just takes a while, that's all, when it comes to... Padre Island? Okay. All right. So Texas Tech is available. So there it is. And then so the youngest you can be is at 1999. Conversely, the oldest would be 1964. But you can be anything you want. I mean, if you want to represent like your younger self, then we can do that. Um, But anyway, welcome back, JWE. So we're just making PPF. And then Blake Lewis is saying hello to him. Okay. So everyone's saying hello to Blake. That's nice. Or I would have gone to Texas Tech if I have not destroyed my knee. Oh, well, we'll just say that you did go to Texas Tech in this case in your universe. 1999 is fine. Okay, so you'll be more or less a young man. So we get to see you in your prime, and also, hey, Crushing Kelly, what's up? So yeah, Crushing Kelly, we will see her next week when she, Clinton, and Jake Bagwell of the Packers will take on the Dallas Cowboys in the first round. What we just had was the what is it the play-in games. Okay, so next is all right. So because I have seen your face, let's see, what's skin number 1? Because the skin tone determines the face that you get. Okay. And I remember you do have like a mustache or facial hair, kind of like the one on face 6. I remember. So I'm just going by that logic, unless you see another face that you want, or if you think that the tone is a bit too light, and we can definitely go darker on the tone, the skin tone, that is. When the Packers start their journey to the Super Bowl, we'll see what happens though, because you guys got the 3rd seed, and that's just based on the fact that you made it to the NFC Championship game only to lose to the Buccaneers, and that's pretty much what happened though. Oh, so you want to go to the Lions? All right, well, wow. Wow. So DKO is going to the Lions just to play alongside. I'll just go with this face. But again, if you don't like the face, then we'll. But yeah, poor Wally. I mean, I do feel bad for him though. I really do. Seriously, I do. I really do feel bad. Okay. Let's see. Obviously, you don't have that big of a butt, I don't think. There we go. I mean, these measurements are kind of arbitrary, but I'm just trying to envision what PPF looked like when he was a young man. But I mean, if he wants to, he can. But for now, we're just making PPF. So, all right. So PPF, in terms of his appearance, what do you think? I have big arms. That works for me. I have very big arms. I'm pretty sure they were large back when you were back when you were young, like back in your prime years. I'd have to imagine you were pretty big. I'd have to imagine. Okay. Now, helmet types, unless you know what you want as far as helmets and, things like that, like visors or like some sort of equipment. I could do this for you, but if you like what you see, we can keep it as it is. I think really the only thing I would ask is like the shoes, because the shoes, they can make or break, what you can do on the field. So currently your character has the Nikes, but yeah, when it comes to equipment, if you know what you want, let me know. Let me go through these really slowly, really quick. There you go, like helmets. But more or less, I'd have to imagine they're the same options from the last couple of games. Give me taped hands and the shoes are okay. Okay. Then, all right, let's see. Let's see what we got. All right, so we have taped fingers, white, black, the team color. Oh, I'm sorry. There's taped hands. There it is. Taped hands. Then they have the combo of the wrist and the fingers. And then they have everything but the fingers. Well, since technically Dark DKO moved to the Lions first, then well, first of all, you'll have to finish out your well, since you're still in the on the Patriots, you'll have to finish that out first before I can move you. That much I can say. Okay, taped hands. All right. Is it taped hands max or taped hands combo or just simply taped hands? Because there's a couple of options there. I just wanted to be sure the exact one. Taped hands. taped hands combo, or taped hands max. So there's 3 of them right there. And I assume that, okay, combo. And I assume that you want it for both hands, so I'm gonna do that for you. There we go, taped hands. But yeah, you're with the Patriots right now. And you're still like your team hasn't even played yet, so we still gotta get through that before I can even move you. So there's that. All right. Now this I will do myself. So let's see. What stats would you have? Let's see. Trucking. Well, I'm pretty sure you did truck a little bit, not too much, but just enough to. Oh, black rubber on the elbows. Okay. Let me go back to that first. Elbows, black rubber. Okay. Oh no, that's too many. That's too much braces though. There's padding, but let's see what other options they have. So yeah, there's padding. Then there's the rubber pad, which is indeed the color black. Okay. So far, rubber pad is it. I could catch anything win. Yes, I did. I actually made your character Miss Crushing Kelly. I did. And then those are just rubber pad. Okay, rubber pad it is. Let's see. And I assume you want it for both elbows, so we'll do that. Rubber pad. Not bad. I actually like that. Okay. I would gladly go to be a wide receiver for the Lions. Okay, well. Okay, very well. Let me just go to wide receiver. And then, well, I'll have to finish out Chris Clark, like I said, since he's still technically in there. I was close to the goal line. Okay, let me go back there. All right, so back then you were a big guy, and you used to be able to truck over a couple of people. You were tough, and you had to be. Strength, good, but not great. But we'll increase this if we need to. Okay, 80's fine. I can imagine you stiff-armed a couple of people. And you were young at that time, so obviously you'd have the stamina to overcome everything. Okay, spin move. Alright, that's not bad. Also, hey, welcome back, Tanner. What's up, man? Right now I'm just doing a creation of the man known as PPF Gamer in the chat there. And you were very fast, definitely. I mean, after all, you were a young man at the time. Spectacular catch was your best? Okay, well then let's make that the best then. We'll put it at 90, but if we need to increase it, we will. Alright. How's it going for you, Tuju? I hope all's well. I've been good, just on spring break at the moment. Awesome. Oh yeah, that's right, it is spring break. The thing is, I've been out of college since 17, since I graduated, so. Short route running. We'll make that a 90. Someone's car alarm is going off. I'm not sure why that's doing that. It's kind of weird. Anyway, a new chapter for Mythic Legends will begin on Tuesday. Alright, I'll be sure to look out for that then. I was a very good blocker. Okay. Well, in that case. Okay, we'll make that 85. This will be 75, and then this will be 80. But like I said, we will increase these if we need to, or decrease them if it's too much. So there we go. Are you excited to see free agency begin next week? Yeah, it's gonna be crazy because you're gonna see established stars move over, and then you're gonna see trades being made. It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna say that. You know what, Tamman? If you want to, you can join me in the commentary for this if you want to, and we can talk, and then people can hear your awesome voice. But yeah, definitely. Let's see, Run block. All right, we'll make that same thing as the run as it will be for the pass. So we'll do that. I'm excited to see where Kenny Gulladay goes. He's a really nice. Sorry, can't at the moment. Sorry. Oh. Oh, there we go. Medium route. Okay, that's definitely make that an 85. And like I said, we'll increase or decrease some of these. He was good at blocking, so obviously we'll go with that. All right, so well, DKO is going to be. What was it? Wait, what did he want to be? Oh, he wanted to be a wide receiver. Okay, there we go. I was told I reminded them of Dick Butkus. Well, yeah, you do have the mustache. So there you got the mutton chops, everything, man. Okay, so jumping was okay, but not great. Juke moves. And then injury, of course, you were a young man, so you can recover much easier. Where am I right now? I'm just looking at the overall. Ooh, a little too high. Okay. I'll increase some of these, but I might have to decrease a few. Shit. I like 3 as a wide receiver number. Let me see. And by the way, Tanner is on the Tennessee Titans, by the way. Oh, you're number 83, but I'll have to check again. I might have to. Okay, let me decrease a few of these, not too many. Okay. Okay, let me go back up to the top again. Back blocking. I still can't get over how Elm and I won the Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean, that was awesome, though. I was 43 in high school. Oh, you mean, was that your number? Oh, shit. Okay, so your number, okay. Okay, so I might have to decrease a little bit of these. Not too much, but just... But it really is the hardest part, though, because... You know, because you don't want them to be stupidly overpowered, but on the other hand, you don't want to shortchange anybody. Okay. 43 years in high school. I have to go. I'll be back. Okay. Yeah, I might have to decrease a little bit of these. I'll have to fiddle around with it a little bit, but yeah, I'll have to fiddle around with it after the fact, but that's okay. Because I don't want to like bore you to tears on me fixing the ratings. That'd just be stupid, though. Anyway, so now we get to the last part here. All right, so you're a tight end. Obviously, you don't have a QB player style. Let's see, senses pressure. Okay, not really. Aggressive catches. Okay, this is the first one. First one we got. All right, so that was my number in high school football. All right. Anyway, so first real category we can do is do you make the catches like do you make these aggressive catches? Yes or no? Very simple. Because I know some of these attributes are just so wonky at times. Sometimes I wonder, like, well, yes, okay, yes, I do. I think that's called run after contact catches. Once again, yes or no? I want to say yes, but I don't want to assume, especially when the person I'm making is here. So we'll go from there. Yes, you do. All right. Do you fight for extra yards? Yes or no? Very simple. Yes. Okay. Okay, covers the ball. I think this is like what you do when you have the ball and you're carrying it. Do you cover it when you have it? Never. Do you brace against big hitters, medium hitters, for all hits, or do you always cover the ball? It's very simple. Always. Okay. LB style, well, you're not a linebacker, but we'll just leave it at balanced. Plays ball in the air. Balanced, aggressive, and conservative. Those are the uh, styles that you can pick. Oh, aggressive. Okay. Let's see. Big hitter. Oh, Anarchy's gonna invite me to a party, I guess. Okay, hang on a second. Oh, hey there. So, I'm now with Mr. PPF himself and DKO.
I'm gonna shut this off then, so we don't
That's
get
okay.
double.
Let's see.
You pick the rest. I do have a not a high motor,
Okay.
and I'm normal for penalty.
Okay. I think. And you didn't use any finesse or power moves, or do you?
No,
None of them?
no.
None. Okay. And
But-
then.
What I looked like in high school, I
Mhm.
had long hair.
Oh, you did? Okay, well, let's fix that then. Because I know that it
I had
means a
very
lot.
long hair. Came out the back of my helmet.
Yeah, long. Okay,
I
let's.
miss all that hair too. Trust me. It would be skin tone would be 2.
Okay, let me fix that then. Okay, and okay. There's face 4 that has long hair.
No, it'd be skin 2. Skin
Oh.
tone 2. Are you on? There it is, right there. Face 4.
Oh, I was about to say.
That's what I looked like.
Wow.
People out of the way.
Anyway, what's up? What's up, Princess?
What's up?
You did a good job on your show, from what I have seen.
Appreciate it.
Because I mean, I did like. What was the name? What was that one match that you had? Oh yes, Candy and Sassy.
Oh yeah.
That was.
Oh shoot.
Did you see yesterday? TJ?
Your show?
No. Princesses.
I saw a little bit of that too.
With the two of them fighting over the win. Instead of fighting because they lost, she was fighting because she won. You ever heard that before?
Oh yeah, they, just being an egomaniac and things like that.
That's like, if you're gonna fight, I can understand fighting, but I figure it would be because you lost, not because you won.
No, I did not see that part.
Yeah.
I was helping I was helping my parents at that time.
Yep. Sassy got all mad because she won, and she said the ref didn't see the hand.
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, that was.
But the bad thing was she called Princess's show dog shit. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Well,
Now that.
Appreciate that at all.
now of course Candy
Nah.
is a very sore loser, but I'm not even gonna.
Not Candy. It wasn't Candy.
No, it was Sassy that said it.
Well,
But I
still.
already talked to Sassy
Well,
though.
Princess, yeah, I know you talked to Sassy, but if that was my show, her ass would have done been gone, fired.
Yeah. I mean, but she's just like her mom. Like a bad
But
sport.
I mean,
So it's
hey,
not really
you
your
know,
fault.
it's not. I mean,
Well, that's the
it's
thing,
no
though,
fault, you know.
Princess. You're more lenient than us men, though. That's the thing.
Oh no, don't get it twisted. Just because I'm a woman, I just, it's my decision.
You give more. Women normally give more opportunities than us men do. You
No,
get two
that's not
strikes for
true.
us.
That's not true.
I mean, well, that's. I would say
Your personality, and you give
it's.
people chances where I would have told her to bite me. You don't talk about my show. You know how I was. I was a lot worse than I am now.
But it's okay though, it's all good.
I remember
I
back in
talked to her about it.
2017 when somebody came in and said, "PPF, your show shit." He went off on him.
Oh my gosh.
Off
That
on him.
Goodbye. That's the way it was.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna end off the stream for a moment. So if you.
No! What else are you going to do? I thought you were going to do another game.
No, okay, so I had 2 play-in games because I have 18 teams, and we reduced it to 16.
Okay, so who is in the lead right now for the finals?
Oh, you mean the teams that are still left?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Starting from the bottom, the Philadelphia Eagles, the
Doesn't
Bengals.
somebody have to join the Philadelphia Eagles because they lost?
Yes, and I'll get to that in a moment.
Okay.
Cincinnati Bengals, 15th seed. Dallas Cowboys, San Francisco 49ers, the New England Patriots, the Minnesota Vikings, and then my team, the Oakland/Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
And then we have Kyle Young and the Chicago Bears, the Washington Football Team.
Yeah, the greatest team to ever exist.
Matter of opinion.
It is. Number 7, the defending Super Bowl champions in Madden in this series, the Tennessee Titans.
Okay.
6, Seattle Seahawks. 5th, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
And number 4, this one's going to surprise you, the Cleveland Browns.
No, it's not going to surprise me. Just because DKO don't like me.
Hey,
All right.
I have never called him anything bad.
You know you don't. And Blake, I tried to go to your channel, and there's too many Blake Lewises. I have no idea where you are.
He's the one that don't got no picture.
I can't. There's not even one here that don't have any.
Yeah.
picture. There's so many Blake
Yeah, so what
Lewises
Blake
here.
Lewis can do is leave a comment on PPF's channel, and then PPF can just find your channel that way.
Yeah, and then I can subscribe to you that way.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I can't do it right now. I mean, it's like there's 2 million of these things. I could be here all night looking for a Blake Lewis.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay. All right, so we're down to the last 3, or the top 3 seeds. Green Bay Packers.
Always. Why? Why is it always got to be the Green Bay Packers? I hate that team, cheeseheads.
Number 2, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Of course.
And
Bruce Arians,
Number
what do you
1
expect?
Buccaneers.
yes, the number 1 team is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by virtue of being the Super Bowl champion.
Is Tom Brady in there?
This was before he joined the Buccaneers, so someone else is the quarterback there.
Oh, okay. But it's not Tom Brady.
So no, it's not Tom Brady.
So Tom is in the Patriots then.
Yeah, he's still with the Patriots with yeah. And Clinton is calling his shots. He's saying the Packers will win the Super Bowl.
The cheeseheads.
Well, next season we're going to see the Detroit Lions come back.
Yep.
We hope.
And
We hope at least you're going to have some different players in there to watch instead of the same old ones you normally watch. But I ain't
Jesus.
guaranteeing nothing.
And Princess left. I guess she was bored.
I don't even know who my quarterback's going to be because Matthew Stafford is decided to go to the Rams.
Well, I mean,
So
DKO said he wanted to join the team. Will join your team.
What's that?
DKO said that next season he wants to join your team.
Oh, I know. But I
Well,
still
that's the
need a
thing. I'm
quarterback.
switching to wide receiver if Chris Clark wants to be a quarterback.
That's going to be
I
big.
don't care who's quarterback as long as they throw it to me. That's all I care. And Clinton says Detroit to lose. They're
And
not
Chris-
even in it, Clinton.
Well, that's true.
So there
Also,
you
welcome
go.
back, Princess.
They're not even in it.
And also, Princess is doing pretty well with the Toronto Raptors, being that that's where she is on that series.
Princess is great in basketball, so we respect that.
She's the queen of basketball.
Yeah, she could score 20 points a game.
But if you're putting people in basketball, you can put me on the Pistons.
Okay. I'll have to...
And me,
Let me put
you
your
can
name
me
down
on the
there.
Nuggets.
You on the Nuggets? Okay. Max, I am on... what was the team again, Max? Or PPF? Pistons. Detroit. You'd actually be the first one on the Pistons.
Okay. Well, shooting guard.
Shooting. Okay, perfect. I was about to ask the position.
DKO going to be what? Oh,
I'm
you
gonna
still
be-
do your hockey one too?
Yeah, I have a hockey one too. All right,
Yeah.
let me do DKO first. So DKO,
Okay.
you are
Nuggets.
the Nuggets. You'd actually be the first on the Nuggets too.
And I don't like the point guard for the Nuggets, so put me in at point guard.
Okay. Point guard.
And you can put me in your hockey if you do hockey.
Yes, I do.
If you have a spot open on the Red Wings.
The Red Wings. Okay. Let's see. Okay. First, I have to put your name on the wait list, but I think you'll be in for next playoff season.
That's fine.
So.
That's fine. And you can make me like a right wing.
Right. Okay, there we go. And then finally, if DKO wants to be in that one too, I can put that in there.
You gonna be in that too? For hockey?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the Blackhawks.
The Blackhawks. Yeah. Okay. Where is? Oh yeah, DKO. There we go. There we
I'm
go.
pretty sure I'm not the first person to join that though.
No, you wouldn't be.
Well, I know I'm not the first for the Red Wings.
Okay, so now that I got you guys put down.
Remember, if you want to save you a lot more time, instead of doing Reaper DKO, just put Mr. DKO.
Mr. DKO?
Yeah, Mr. DKO. It'll be a lot more easier and simple.
Alright, and I'll have to do
Anytime
that.
you have a name for me, make sure it's just Maxium Aurelius.
Maxium Aurelius. That's a good... I think that's a really good name, especially with... It kind of reminds me of
Gladiator from the movie.
The Gladiator.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's where it came from.
That's pretty cool.
From the movie, The Gladiator. Yep.
Okay.
And even
David
on
versus
my,
Goliath.
even
Final,
on
final battle.
If you go and become a friend of mine on PlayStation, it's Maxium 59. Because that means Maxium is the name, and then 59 is the year I was born.
The year I was born. Oh, okay. Alright, so I'm gonna end off the stream if I may.
Yeah.
Alright, so until then, I will see you guys for the Go Home show before WrestleMania on WWE. So I'm going to get that set up. And once I establish a date, I will let you guys know on Discord. But for everyone else, this is the Blue Toad to Jew22 signing off. Have a great day, everybody. You guys can say goodbye if you like.
Goodbye.
We're out.
Yep, WrestleMania, Blake.